So the Russians are slaughtering their criminals and their delinquents on the front lines of the Ukraine, whatever they call it, a Ukrainian calabash. They call it a police action like we did in Vietnam. Welcome, Russia, welcome to the 1960s. Russia, welcome to the late 1960s and the calabash, kalash, kaboosh, where you say I'm going to war on a police action. It's hilarious. And the Ukrainians are killing you. Everyone's going against you. Everyone's throwing in. If everyone throws in, you have these proxy wars. You can't win. No one even cares. If you have a proxy war, Russia, like we did, it doesn't matter. The 54th parallel, the 52nd and the 3rd parallel, the flyby over with the zoom cameras parallel. Listen, Vladimir Putin, he has a certain appeal to a certain segment of the American populace because he's white and he's all in on the white. But just remember, whitey up there in Appalachia or Wisconsin or PA or the backwoods of New York State, wherever there's a big Trumpiest thing because you think Vladimir Putin and the Isle of White and the world of the white could be all you need to survive. Remember how Russia's doing the whites. Russia scrapes up the lily whites and the off-whites and the, return whites, whatever you would say, the blemished whites. Russia gobbles up their own. Do you see it? Tucker Carlson saying, go become a Russian-esque person because it's authoritarian in its white world. Look how the white world gobbles up and discriminates and caduces. If the whites, the white elites and the white rich and the powerful and whatevers, if they didn't have, other minorities, like in America, they have minorities to gobble up and try to chew up first before they get to the whites, and they try to put the off-brand goof bag whites last before they start gobbling them up. In Russia, they got to go to them first. In Russia, they're gobbling up the whites first thing. Whites going to the meat grinder first. Mince up the idiotic, foolish whites, impoverished, people who decide they don't want to leave their town. They like their town. They like everything they do, the Grange Hall, the square dances, the fun, the excitement, the youth, the energy. They live where they are. They don't have to go scurry away to become some kind of a, an ant or a donkey working on a canal or a grist mill. You don't have to think, you have to become something like a worker ant, a worker bee. You could stay in the town. They say we're going to go harvest. Russia says we're going to harvest those people, regular people who decide they like to be regular, and we're going to throw them into the grist mill, and we're going to mince them up into mincemeat pies for Vladimir Putin's ego. And this is good for everybody. But that's what you got to remember. All the Tucker Carlsons of the world and all the, white supremacists of the world, if you don't want to just get in the boiling pot here and compete and also be nice and friendly and helpful and neighborly here in America, then you got to go out there where the white people really do rule. Like the white people share in America. White people need some people to come along. White people aren't just to be in the end all. The elite white people on the America and the whole world are. It's an elitist thing. It's about, it really is. It's about the whole elitist thing. Russia, the elites don't have to send their kids. One of the kids, he's a blonde-haired kid. He's singing songs. He's modeling in Eurasia someplace. His dad is right in Russia going, it's okay, my boy's doing that because he's getting ski-doo and ski-jet commercials. So everybody's happier that way. It's his wife's contribution to the war effort. He's doing some ski-jet commercials. He's a blonde-haired beauty, this one. He's a bleached blonde-haired beauty, this Russian kid. This oligarch's boy. This representative of Putin's regime, this guy who's a picture postcard of Putin's regime. Whatever, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Just because Russia's a paper tiger, it's okay. Because the whole thing we're going to say to begin with is, Russia, this, that, the other thing, you could be a paper tiger and no one wants to F with Mother Russia. But Tucker Carlson, don't try to sell it like it's good because it's all white, because the white will eat their own just as fast as they'll eat anybody else. They will cannibalize. Whites will cannibalize quicker than anybody else a lot of times because there's no one else but the whites. So you got to cannibalize. It's almost a white-on-white crime, happens every single day in a cannibalistic way throughout America right now. It doesn't even matter. It's okay. Think about it.